Hey everyone, it's Konstanz from the Rock Springs Library, and I'm back here again for another segment of Create with Konstanz. For today's project, we will be making a very simple paper kite in celebration of National Kite Month, which is all April long, in case you guys weren't aware. I know the weather may not be the best at this moment, but this is actually a kite that, if you have permission, you might be able to play with inside. If not, you can always hold off until it warms up again. For this project, you will need a piece of paper. You use white or even colored paper if you have it. Something to color with. You could use crayons, colored pencils, or even markers. I will say with the markers though, there is the possibility of it bleeding through, so just keep that in mind when you're decorating. You will also need some sort of string. I just have this ordinary string, but if you have kite string or anything else that will work. If you don't have regular string, you could even use dental floss or even a shoelace if you're getting desperate. You will also need a stapler. If you don't have a stapler, you could use glue or even tape. I would say of these two, tape will probably be your best bet, but definitely use a stapler if you have one. And lastly, for this project, you will have to cut a hole in your kite in order to attach the string. So, hole punch is definitely the best option. I can't find my single hole punch, so I get to use this massive 3-hole punch. You can do the same if you're in the same kind of predicament, or you can ask an adult to help you cut a hole into your kite. The first step to this project will actually be decorating your piece of paper. I've actually already decorated mine. I just did this simple checkered board print. Feel free to do whatever you want for your kite. You can actually decorate both sides, both will be visible. I only did the one side. So now that we have all of our supplies, let's get started on how to fold this simple paper kite. Now that we have our paper all decorated, we are going to be folding it. So this is the time to decide which side do you want facing out and which side do you want more so on the bottom. Since I only decorated the one side, I'm going to have my design on the inside when I go to fold it. That way, at the end, it will be on the top of the kite and it will be most visible. But you can choose whichever you want. If you decorated both sides of your kite, you have nothing to worry about. So the first step, we're going to take these two short ends and fold them together, hamburger style. And then you're going to place the fold at the bottom, and you are going to take the top corner and fold it down. And you can switch and see which side you would like better. Also, just ignore this hole. I folded this previously and decided that I wanted to do it differently. So I'm going to take my left corner and fold it down about 2.5 inches. You're going to hold that in place and flip it over so that you can take the other side and match the two corners up. Like so. And this is where your stapler is going to come in hand, or glue or tape, depending on what you have available. You're just going to take your stapler and staple the two corners together. Like so. Alright, and then next you're going to punch your hole. I punched mine about 3 inches from this end. I found that this placement allowed the kite to be the most manageable. If you want, you could even experiment with punching different holes. Once you have punched your hole, it is time to attach your string. I'm going to keep my string all together, but if you want, you can cut a piece. Just make sure that you make it long enough to let your kite fly. So you're just going to thread it through the hole that you cut and then tie it in a knot. If you're struggling, you can always have an adult help you with this part. Alright, and that pretty much sums it up. If you guys want to add more decorations onto your kite, feel free to do so. You could add maybe like some feathers here, depending on what your design is, or you could even add like a little head here. Once your kite is designed to your liking, it's time to go and test it out. So that wraps up today's craft. I hope you guys enjoyed making your kites and will enjoy playing with them even more. As always, guys, feel free to share your creations with us on Facebook, and if there's anything that you would like to learn how to make, you can leave a comment below this video and we'll see what we can do with those suggestions. So stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you back here again next Thursday for another segment of Create with Konstanz. Bye!